Welcome back to TeamsTime SmartCom Summit special together with Gilbert. Next session I'm going to be talking to Erik van Arkel of Anywhere 365. Correct. There's a couple of announcements that you may want to make because there's been some changes recently, I heard. Of course, we just had a conversation with the previous guests about, let's say, where contact centers are going. But I'd like to start with one question for you, Erik.
Go ahead.
You've been at Anywhere for a long time.
5 years, yeah.
A contact center in the world of hybrid work and working remote, what does that even mean anymore?
Yeah, I think we talked about this a bit in your earlier sessions. You can see a lot of people working from home during, I think, that spike due to the pandemic. And especially in the beginning of the pandemic, everybody was challenged to have the same level of customer service while the agents were at home. So that has changed. Well, you was used to having an office and the supervisors were running around in the office getting the best support to their customers. And now everybody had to manage their team remotely and having the tools to do that. So that has changed, and I think we were positioned well because we were integrated with Skype at the time. I think also early Teams. So you could see customers on Skype and on Teams at that time using our tools just to manage the contact center and the agent remotely. So I think the impact for our customers wasn't really that hard. No.
Because you were also always cloud-based and hosted.
Yeah.
And unlike some of the, let's say, traditional contact centers.
Yeah. So I think we are able to deliver tools for the supervisor and for the organization to manage the teams remotely. Yeah. I think that really helped.
Yeah. And is the biggest challenge now in this new world of... So I like to think of a contact center as old-fashioned, right?
Yeah.
In today's...
Like a firewall.
Well, yeah.
Not to stop the customers dialing into
exactly.
getting information.
Exactly. The old practice of a contact center is the first base, and you talk to somebody who doesn't know you.
Exactly.
He doesn't know the stuff. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
But maybe he could look something up in a system.
Yeah.
Right. And they were outsourced and they were based in India and crazy places. And nowadays, when I think of a contact center, the ideal contact center is you talk to a knowledge worker, you talk to somebody who knows who you are because there's technology, they see my phone number, my mail, they see the track record, and I'm talking immediately to somebody who understands, who can help me.
Yeah, you're talking about Anywhere 365 now.
Oh, okay. Is that the
that's
thing?
what we do. Yeah. So
and then maybe there's some virtual agents somewhere in there for the easy stuff, because if you don't need a human agent, it can be a bot or virtual, whatever. Yeah. It's cheaper and more efficient.
Go on, Rob. Go on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm now telling your story.
Yeah. That's good.
But that's I think, and that's what contact centers or the world of customer contact is changing to. Yeah. A totally different experience for the customer, because it's all about that customer that needs to be happy getting service, buying stuff, or arranging things.
Yeah, so what you see is that we tend to automate things for efficiency benefits for the company. But I think if you turn it around and see how you can automate stuff to make it better for the customer, then you're getting somewhere. So what we can do indeed is we collect the data from the customer, we can route based on the data. We maybe have seen that the company's machine has issues, and we can route to a knowledge worker based on that and present information about maybe that machine, or at least about the caller, to that knowledge worker to just get it fixed.
Can we zoom in a little bit on the comment you said, we're collecting data on the customer?
Yeah.
Because that's something that sometimes frightens me a little bit, and how much is known.
Yeah.
Where are the limits to that? How much should you know from a customer and use it actively?
Yeah, so it's not up to us to say what should be collected and what not. So we can route based on data collected by not only by Anywhere 365, but collected by other means for that company. Earlier transactions, for instance, or the machine park they are having. It's not up to me to suggest how much you can collect on that. I think we have some laws about that, so that's been covered. And I think if you look at the data we collect this not in our own cloud, but we collect that into the customer's own cloud. So we'll use that data, but not from our own cloud. So there's no GDPR breach on our side. So I think that is a good thing for a lot of our customers, because that it will tick their boxes on the data. Hope
I mean, you know, when you're at some birthday party, people are saying, "Oh, I was talking about something, and then I checked something in Google, and it was immediately there." And the same thing is with a contact center. How do they know? So people are a little bit scared off of it, and then you start to wonder, is that then still effective in your communication with a customer? That when you start frightening them about all the information that you have.
I think that's a balance. I think you shouldn't be communicating everything you might know about that previous thing, but it does help if you get to that knowledge worker fast. It helps if he knows who you are and you get a personalized experience. I think that if you dial into the contact center or you chat to the contact center, I think you'll be happy if they know who you are, what your history was with the orders you did, or how your surrounding is being configured. I think that it also has a benefit, but that's a balance.
I'm curious, Erik, because Anywhere has been in this space for a while. Gone through a lot of changes. Recent change, new CEO, Enrico, which sort of fits with the time, right? Because we're moving into a new era, a new way of working, customer experience. And what you describe, I think, is a very advanced way of looking at a contact center. But how do you bring that to market? Because it's complicated, I think, for channel partners.
I don't know if is it complicated for channel partners. I think our solution, we design a solution, we think about what the next step should be, but we need our partners, our channel partners, to actually talk with the customers, and they know the customers best. They know what the requirements are. They are probably in control of their complete infrastructure. They implement and manage teams, do the SBCs, know everything. And so I think in that I want to say threesome, but in that triangle, we can deliver the product and bring the technology. We will train our partners to actually help and implement the customers, and the customers give us their input in what they want, and not only today but also what they want tomorrow. And beautiful things happen of that. I think because we want to support that even more, we recently started a new partner program where we train and give tools and give support to our partners to actually give substance to that idea. So that's I'm really proud of that, and we see a lot of positive feedback from our partners.
And that's a European focus, right? It's not just Netherlands, or it's really...
No, not the European. No, it's global.
It's global. It's really global.
So
you have all these cultures to deal with.
Exactly. And I heard that previous conversation about multicultural video conversations. I have a multi-language team and a global team. So the only challenge I have is time zones, but I think culture-wise it works really well. So we have global partners, also local partners and regional partners, and they all benefit from our partner program. So I think that's really going well.
Do you think it's an advantage to be a European player in this space, because some of the others, the more traditional ones, are more US based or originated?
I don't know about it. I haven't thought about that. I think our mindset is a bit different, maybe.
I like to think the mindset and the GDPR angle. That's sometimes something that's
in Europe it's a big advantage that we're based in Europe. So we run out of Azure, and we use Azure data centers throughout the globe. So that is also for US companies is at a comfort, but especially for Europe, it's really important that we're a European company which obliges with European laws. That's really helpful for them.
We're running out of time already again. I had more questions too, but...
One more question.
Well, it's more the European connectivity, of course, is an angle there from a mobility perspective, that you're on your mobile, but also one of the things you have is the critical dialogue cloud for IoT, with all the devices communicating also bringing that into the equation. And it's the same thing again on the privacy, but okay.
We can talk for hours.
We'll do a follow-up session.
Maybe.
We'll do a follow-up session with that. And we still have the deep dive, the power session this afternoon, so we can take some of those questions.
The critical, with the IoT part.
Great.
Look forward to that.
Okay, thanks a lot, Erik.
Thank you, guys.
And I look forward to the next years.